Nah, you lot must have seen this.
I can do another song. Abruva can fry.
Abaruva can fry.
Abruva can fry. Abruva.
He even said it.
Nah, he's going
in.
I believe I can fly. You know, it's just the accent.
Okay. Can you
They even taking the piss out of it. It's just the accent.
We're giving this last time.
Nah, he's taking a piss.
Abruva,
I can fry.
Why did you start with that?
I can fry. Internet's gone down. But nah, I think that's my meme of the week still. That one there. So, I'm gonna ask the question.
Yep.
This is a bit of a deep topic still.
Cool.
Right, so it says women cheat for emotional reasons, men cheat for sexual reasons. I don't know how true that is because it's true, but at the same time,
I think it's good there's conflicting opinions, definitely, yeah.
What do you reckon?
I think, excuse me. So I think sometimes it's not just about the cheating, sometimes it's a method of cheating. Like say, if the man cheats, I'm not saying it's okay, but if a man like meets someone, has sex with them, disappears, obviously it's still cheating, it's still awful, but it's not as bad as if a man meets someone, goes to dinner with them a few times, actually has dates, starts sleeping with them, stays there after sleeping with them, then that's it's a bit mad. But this is just from stories and stuff I've heard, because obviously black men don't cheat, as you all know. Speaking for the faithful black male community, so...
I mean, I got a story about that.
No, it wasn't a black man, it's just propaganda. Like, no black man cheated on you, you didn't know any black man that cheated, so we can drop that one already.
No, the guy that cheated on me was white, but the guy that cheated with me was black.
I don't believe that, so we're just going to dust that topic off, and because black men don't cheat, as we already know.
I mean, I think anyone has the capacity to cheat, and
Apart
I think
from a black
anyone
man.
has the capacity to be faithful. I think it depends on the person. But I would agree that girls cheat for emotional reasons. There's always a deeper capacity. Even a girl that likes sex, like I'm a girl that likes sex, but if I'm with someone and I'm content in that relationship, then the sex is not a big deal. Do you know what I mean?
But as a man,
got toys for that shit.
when men whenever you're deemed as liking sex too much, automatically, regardless of your behaviour, automatically regardless of how trustworthy you are and stuff, women straight away think, oh, you're going to cheat on me. And it's like, well, no.
That comes back to the insecurity.
Yeah.
That comes back to blaming current people for your past.
So do you think that maybe women might cheat more because of the insecurity behind it?
I think see, that's the thing. When you see like women cheat for emotional reasons,
they're
that
emotionally
insecurity
insecure.
is a big reason. Like it's.
I'm going to do it before he does, because he
validation.
doesn't fancy me anymore.
Nah, I don't think
that.
that's. Oh, I don't know. Not in my mindset, but I've seen a lot of girls where it's like.
They're going to cheat just in case.
No, not even a just in case. It's like, I need someone to tell me this person tells me I'm pretty. You don't tell me I'm pretty anymore, or you don't value me anymore. You don't do this.
Oh, I hear that. That's why the fat guys are taking all of your girls.
But this is the problem. Because fat guys make good effort.
Fat guys are taking all of your girls.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're gonna be in the gym for 2 hours a day, and your girl is bouncing on some big beer bellies. Yeah, seriously, it's fact. It's fact, and vice versa.
You're in the gym and your girl's in Five Guys.
Normal. In Five Guys, eating Five Guys, and the other way around. A girl can have the most banging body, like, oh yeah, I'm Insta model. Your guy is with you with a girl that's the same weight as him, yeah. He's in 95 kilo Keisha around the back, and they're just clapping cheeks.
My high school boyfriend cheated on me with a girl. She looked like a horse. I'm not gonna lie. And that's not
she
even.
built like a horse?
That's not just me. No, I don't know about
she
that.
Might have been.
No, that's just the it was all a madness and the thing, but not for me to comment. Everyone's taste is their taste. But he didn't even want to be with her. He didn't even like her. He just wanted to sleep with her.
Exactly.
And then how many years later you're still calling me?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying exactly the same thing. I agree. Yeah.
But okay, so see, here's my thing. If you're gonna cheat, then cheat, but you just gotta own your actions.
Of course, no one can make you do do something.
cheat on me, not even with someone more attractive than me, and then call me a couple years down the line asking if I still love you, bruv. That's over and done with. You should have thought about that before you was dipping your dick in ugly pussy.
Oh, whoa. Okay, you got to empower women. You can't say ugly pussy. That's unacceptable.
Alright.
Okay.
I don't know that her pussy was
All
ugly, just
women
her
are
face.
queens. Yeah.
Not all women are queens. Some women are.
Have you
not.
seen that thing with the lightsabers? Where one comes out with a green lightsaber and it's like, oh, women are queens. And everyone comes out with a red lightsaber. It's like,
Oh,
if she
women are-
breathes,
oh.
she's a fart. And then they start fighting.
Listen.
That's like the two halves of my
It's not
brain.
even about no. Do you know what? For me, it's not even about looks that makes you a queen or not a queen.
No, of course
the
not.
girl was trash. that was just facts, but that's irrelevant. But you could have cheated on me with anyone, but you chose to cheat on me with someone very average.
Because it was
whatever,
just for the sex. though.
because it was just for
one
the
night.
sex.
Yeah.
He wasn't interested in going out with her.
Exactly.
He wasn't interested in thing. But that's irrelevant to me.
Yeah, of course.
As a
Yeah, it
girl,
doesn't make it any
as
better.
a girl, because
Yeah.
I'm like, mate, if you was gonna cheat on me, at least cheat on me. Meanwhile, you're cheating on me while I'm sitting at home doing nothing. You could have called me. I could have come over. Am I a
But-
dickhead in life?
Okay, hear me out. You're not a dickhead in life. However,
I know I'm not.
However, sometimes, like, I've heard that argument a lot as well. When girls are like, you know, oh, well, I always want to have sex. I was free the day you cheated. Maybe you never really know what you're dealing with people. Maybe he wanted something so extra and nasty and extravagant, he thought, yeah, no, I'm not going to bother asking her. Let me just, not in a horrible way, let me just get this dead thing that I know won't say no because she's, like, there's, I know it's going to sound really horrible, but sometimes people will go for someone that they know that they're more out of their league than, because they know, like, well, you're going to do whatever I ask you to do, because beggars can't be choosers, and I'm doing you a favour here. Not speaking from experience, you know, I'm just saying. Like,
Sounds like a whole lot of experience.
Black men don't cheat, you know?
black men never ever cheat. And I'm the spokesperson for Faithful Black Men.
So what about a situation where a guy's not only cheating on his girlfriend, but he's spending time with that girl?
Oh, that's the worst situation. Yeah, in my
I've
opinion,
been that girl.
that's the worst situation, because that's like, you obviously do it for emotional reasons as well, but it's a combination, because like sometimes if you're spending time with them, it obviously means you like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're sleeping together.
And if you're sleeping with them
You're
and
attracted.
spending time with them, that's basically a second relationship. And yeah, there's no way
Yeah.
to explain your way out
So
of that. really.
I fell into that situation when I was in a relationship, the other person in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I realised very quickly that clearly I didn't want to be in that relationship with the person
No,
that I was
they
with.
could easily do it to
because
you.
otherwise, no. As in, I didn't want to be in a relationship with the person I was already with.
Oh, okay.
Because if I'm so interested in this person, clearly I'm not that interested in that relationship. So I ended my relationship. Because for me, I would rather end that relationship and have it be ended on good terms, and then, do you know what I mean? Whatever happens in the
But not
future
everyone's got the
happens,
mental capacity
rather
to
than
do
me
that.
just carry on
Exactly.
doing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas what people don't realise is, if you broke up with that person, you walk away from that person, and you just, do you know what I mean? You just cut your loss and you're honest on that.
Yeah.
Go off and do what you're doing, and if you and that person are meant to be together, you're gonna come back together at some point anyway. But the minute you start lying, the minute you start sneaking, that thing, you start weaving a web that you can't get out of in
Yeah.
a nice way. So that's what that guy did. I came out of my relationship. I stayed single, but I was still seeing him. But that's because we was already emotionally involved. But he stayed with his girlfriend. But then you just got yourself into a worse situation, because now you're having two relationships. Looking like certain times I was
Yeah.
seeing this guy 5-6 times a week.
Oh, that's mad. So is emotional involvement worse than sexual involvement?
Yeah,
You reckon? So, okay, let me put this out to you, yeah?
but it was both.
But, okay, hear me out. And I'm going to say this
I
in a way,
guarantee you, the emotional side of it hurt his girlfriend more.
but I'm going to put this to you in a way that I know is going to make you think maybe a bit more, because, like, hear me out. So, imagine, theoretically, your partner is cheating on you with a girl that you know who she is. Like, she's not a friend, but she's someone that you think is actually a really great girl, a great person, really good looking, but he's just sleeping with her. Just sleeping with her.
Yeah.
Like, finish, put up trousers, wash the dick in the sink, get out, yeah? And then the other, and then there's another girl who you think is a horse, as you said earlier.
No,
But
I didn't say she is a horse.
Looks like a
that
horse.
was the closest
it's
thing
pretty
that I
much
could
the
relate
same.
it to.
It's pretty much the same. Come on.
Everyone looks like an animal.
Come on,
It's a
you
different
sound like
animal.
people
That
that
was her
excuse race.
animal.
I didn't say you were a monkey. I said he looks like a monkey. It's different.
Some people
I'm
look
still
like
breaking your
monkeys,
nose.
black or white. I know a white guy that looks like a monkey. Fact.
Hey, we don't do any sort of level of racism here, yeah? Okay.
No, but that wasn't
No,
a racism.
no,
Black people
no,
and white people.
no,
Both of you look a
neither,
little bit like
neither.
monkeys. We've all evolved.
Whoa, both of you. Whoa. So, anyway, the girl that you think is perfect, he's just sleeping with, yeah? But the girl that you think is a horrible person and horrible looking, he's with her 2 hours a day, every day, cuddling, talking about life. What's worse?
The cuddling.
Really?
Cuddling's worse.
He's going raw with this Afro girl. Like proper, like
You're
blasting
taking a
up.
piss.
Like-
Mate, for girls, that intimacy is a different level. Like, it is, that's important.
Because I'm thinking of it in my head as
So,
well, and I think...
See me, if I sleep with a guy, no cuddling, nothing. Bruv, you're irrelevant.
Oh, wow.
You are irrelevant.
Yeah, see, I listen to far too much
Like,
Drake for that to
if
fly
we-
with me, you know.
Even if we talk and we're cool, even if we go on a date, do you know what I mean? Thing, whatever. Even if we're friends, even if it's cool. If we have sex and we don't cuddle, there's nothing. That's the cement.
The cuddle, wow.
That's something. See, after you have sex and the thing, and you're all relaxed and you cuddle, I'm telling you, that's where the love is.
Or you're
born.
just on edge, like, you know, listening out for the door in case her boyfriend comes back home.
Fuck off.
So, this is the funny thing with cheating, though, yeah? And I have to say this. Sometimes, like, it's a whole physical and emotional side of it, but many years ago, past life, I was probably still a teen
When
when
you
this
were the
happened.
abominable home.
I've never been the abominable homo. Yeah, that person, like, you know, it's... So,
You left him in Portsmouth.
a lovely lady who's in a relationship
Yeah.
decided to have coitus with me, okay?
The coitus.
You know, and after the coitus, and we went our separate ways, so to me, it was just, whatever, like,
Yeah.
cool. Not in a horrible, not devaluing it, I'm just saying
Yeah.
she's in a relationship, like, awful, don't feel great about it, whatever, I was younger, meaner, etc. And then I remember her calling me up like a couple of days after, being like, oh, so when are we going on another date? And in my head I was thinking, so
Yeah.
1 minute, not only have you cheated on your man, but you're trying to prolong it as well. And she was going on and on about how she thought we really got on and everything. And I said to her, even if I was into you, what kind of relationship could I hope to have with someone that pretends to go shopping with their mate thingy while they're getting, like, you know, steamed out in a travel lodge? Like, it's really, because all you're gonna ever think about, you're gonna think about that, how easy it was, you know. Oh, I'm going shopping, and you're gonna be thinking,
But
yesterday she went
this
shopping
is
and
the
come back
problem.
spinning like links, you
And
know.
I think
So
this is where I've always had it in my head.
yeah,
However you conduct yourself now is how people will perceive you.
yeah, of course.
Like, regardless.
Yeah.
In any aspect. How you conduct yourself every single day of your life.
Yeah,
That's you.
yeah, of course.
There's no point saying, oh, you know, oh, yeah, oh, no, that was just, no,
Yeah.
it's you.
Yeah.
It's always you.
Yeah,
Like-
always.
Like,
You can't always blame
even
your
if,
actions
even if
on your
you're drunk,
representative.
it's still you. It's
Yeah.
still your brain and your thing. And you know how I know it?
Mm.
Because no matter how drunk I get,
Yeah.
how paralytic, I always wake up in my own bed
Yeah.
on my own.
Oh, same. Well,
So
if I'm
there's
in a
no
relationship,
amount
of course,
of
yeah.
alcohol. Even when I'm not, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
That
like,
is obviously like younger days, as in you care.
Yeah, yeah.
You have less responsibilities.
but this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, like, people saying, "Oh, I was really drunk."
No.
It
Because
doesn't
you
matter
get
how
drunk
drunk
and you just
get,
do what you wanted to do while you were sober.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't necessarily remember it, but actually, when I hear it from other people, I'm always just pretty much me.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
agree.
deliver some hard truths when I'm drunk. That's about as.
With me, I go the
risky
opposite
as I
way.
get.
I think because I'm a bit of a dick, like in general. Like, as in, I'm very blunt and very like open, very outspoken. And if anything,
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm drinking, I do the opposite. I go into my shell more. Not because alcohol makes me not want to socialise, but I'm like, oh well, you know, I already know what I can say while I'm completely sober. Now, like, my filters dumbed down.
Yeah, you get a bit
Shit.
like, ooh, better not. Yeah.
So, but yeah, drinking is no excuse for cheating. Definitely not. But is it less of an issue if they're drunk while they're cheated? And the answer is
Not
probably
for
going to be
me.
different for, as in,
Because where do you where do you draw the line with that?
Well,
Can
as
it
a
be,
guy,
oh, I was really high.
mm,
Smoked a lot of weed. I was really relaxed. I didn't notice. Like you could. Otherwise, it can be anything. Oh, I was really.
well then that's rape, then, isn't
like,
it?
oh, I was really tired. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so is
yeah.
it right? Like, we can't just make excuses for
I think-
cheating. Like, oh, I was drunk.
In
I
some
was
ways,
this, I was that. At some point, you got to take responsibility for your own
Never
actions.
at some point. At all points. You
all
take responsibility
all
for your
points, yeah,
actions.
own your
Like,
shit,
You
yeah,
can't. You need to own it.
It's true. Only
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
at least apologize for it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't start making excuses. Like,
Exactly,
it's-
yeah.
it's-
But to be fair, most people not only will not offer an apology or make an excuse. Most people will just deny it ever happened.
True.
yeah.
Unless
Because
you're
they-
caught dead to
Not
right.
always because they're bad people. Sometimes they think they're protecting their partner.
Yeah, but what are you protecting? They think that you're protecting them, but what, like, here's your partner, here's the truth.
Yeah.
In creating a layer of protection,
Oh, of course, there's
you're
more
just
insecurity.
prolonging it.
'Cause
And
what
what
else
it
are they
means
lying
is that
about?
when they get to the truth,
Yeah,
everything that you layered up to create
Oh,
that
yeah.
barrier between the truth, that all comes crashing down.
oh, 100%.
Just makes it a whole lot worse.
With everything, not just
Whole
cheating,
lot
anything at all. Anything at all, even the smallest lie ever. Like someone could lie to you about bloody stepping on your shoes in the hallway and creasing them, and it comes out later on down the line, like a month, and you'd be like, well, if you can lie about stepping on my shoes, which I
Yeah,
wouldn't even call
which
about
is
at the time,
pointless.
what else
Yeah.
are you lying about?
Once that doubt is created, all trust is gone.
Yeah.
Once all trust is gone, there's nothing else.
Big time. And
But
trust
this
is
is
everything.
the problem is now people are going into relationships
With that
without
burden.
trust. The trust is already gone because the last person did something. So that's why you're then coming back to the other thing. That's why
Yeah.
you're then coming into situations where your partner can't go out by themselves.
But I think it depends on the
Can't do
individual
this.
person, because
Can't do that.
sometimes, like I've had people say to me, I've had partners say to me like, "What you're telling me sounds like bullshit, but because I know who you are, I trust you," you know. And it can work the other way around. It's like what you're telling me sounds like the truth, but because I know who you are, I think it's bullshit. So we do it a lot to ourselves in a way, like for positive reasons and negative reasons. Like sometimes I've been in situations, we're not even in relationships, like one of my good mates, his girlfriend at the time, who was actually one of my good mates beforehand, not getting to that long, but she said that I was slagging him off or something like that over WhatsApp. And I'm glad she said over WhatsApp because, you know, I'm like, okay, access to messages, isn't it? Like, whatever. And she made some excuse for not being able to find the messages. And then what my mate said in my defence, some people might find offensive, but it made a lot of sense. He said to her, it's like, do you know how much of a cunt Mao is?
If
And
he's
she-
going to do it.
Yeah, he was like, you know, the stuff he said to my face, completely sober, about not even insults, but like about fixing up and doing stuff, or even stuff about what you're doing in life, is far beyond what you're saying he apparently said to you on WhatsApp. So for that very reason, I don't believe you.
But that's why as well, that's why I love just being
Yeah,
me. When you are just you and you are consistently you,
yeah,
nobody can ever come back and question you because
Yeah.
you're only you. Like,
yeah,
you're talking like people going back to like school times, you can't question who I am
No.
because I've always been me. I've never been about anything that I'm not about. If I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it. You can't make me do it. I'm an adult. I make my own decisions. Like, and I've always been like that. And in the same
Yeah.
way, if you're cool, I'm cool. If you treat me nicely, I'll treat you nicely.
Yeah.
If you treat me badly, we'll see, innit? Like,
I've not been-
but that's as simple as that. So everyone that knows me from young that has always been cool, they'll know me as always being cool.
yeah.
But
But someone
certain people
changing
aren't
isn't
like
a bad
that.
thing
Certain
all the
people
time.
change with you. But, I
But
was
some
thinking
people
about
have
it.
to evolve for the better. Like I haven't been the same I've been now forever. I evolved for the better. In some ways,
Oh, I evolved for
the
the
way,
better,
like-
but I've always been blunt.
I was a lot kinder when I was younger, but sometimes being kind comes to being naive, sometimes to being naive. You come with being like, oh, you know, I'm just being positive. No, you're not being positive, you're getting walked all over. And then the day
See, I
I
was
realised
harsher when I
that,
was younger.
I get
I
harsher
was
with
more
age.
blunt. Like, I've learned. Okay, you're talking like, for example, when I was 15, I broke up with my boyfriend at the time. My first like proper boyfriend.
Oh, God.
On my birthday,
Oh, wow.
we were going to the cinema.
Oh.
And literally, like, we were going to Park Royal. And as we got off the bus, I went, I don't love you. And I carried on walking.
That's
And then I realised that, you know, when you become aware that someone wasn't following you. But that was the fact. Like, I was like, oh, like, I realised I don't love you. But, like,
that's
I
a bit-
turned back. Please believe this guy was standing there crying.
Yeah, no shit. I wanted to cry just hearing it.
So
man.
I was like,
oh.
yeah, but I was absolutely horrified. I was like, we're at a bus stop in Park Royal.
Wait,
I was
nothing wrong
like,
with a
are
man
you
crying, you know.
He
I
was
almost
like,
cried 3 times
"Babe,
at the cinema
he
last
did-"
week. Endgame is not a joke. Seriously.
No, but this is what I'm saying. But at that time, like, I was just like, are you crying? But this is 6 months after I lost my granddad, so I was just switched off. But literally, I was like, are you crying? Like, really? Like, we went to the cinema because he was...
Well, while he was crying.
We went, well, because it was my birthday, but I was like, we don't need to go cinema. We can think, and he's like, no, I want to take you cinema. So we went cinema, and then like halfway through the film, I can hear him like, that thing. So I was like, you know when you look back on stuff and you're like, oh, I was a bitch. So we're sitting in this dark cinema, and I can hear him sniffing. So I went, are you crying again? He was like, no. I felt bad. You know, when you look back on stuff and you feel bad. I was like, you can't do
it would
that
have
to
been worse
people.
if you cheated on him, though, wouldn't it? My first ever
Nah, that
girlfriend-
was definitely bad. I hurt him bad.
No, I disagree.
That was bad.
My first
That
ever
was
girlfriend
mean.
I had, I broke up with her, not because it's a proper dickhead reason.
What's worse, finding out that someone has gone and slept with someone else, or someone straight up telling you to your face, I don't love you?
I think someone going to sleep with someone else. Of course, you know where you stand when they tell you they don't love you. They could go sleep with someone else, say that they love you still, and that's a mind fuck in its own.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
But
I'd rather.
they must have loved you still, but they wouldn't have done that.
But there is that love
Yes.
though.
Exactly.
Or like,
If you love someone, you don't really deliberately do stuff to hurt them, or do stuff
but
that
then
would
there's
hurt
an
them.
argument. Oh, it wasn't deliberate. So
No, but
That's what I'm saying.
so
Own up,
okay,
own it.
you should.
but that's
yeah,
like saying,
true.
for example,
Because emotional.
I know my boyfriend wouldn't want me to sleep with someone else.
Yeah, it goes without saying.
At some
hopefully.
given, well, yeah. But at a given point, I might think, oh, I'd quite like to sleep with that person. I know that that's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So then it's a choice between what you want to do,
Your selfishness or putting
selfishness,
someone else's
or
emotions first.
exactly. And if you love someone, it will always come
Yeah,
first.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, you don't need to sleep with that person. It's not a life or death.
Yeah.
It's not saying, oh, the person you love, or
It's a
food
desire.
and water.
Yeah.
It's a desire.
It's not
Yeah.
necessity.
And a desire
It's a
can
lustful
always be
desire.
overcome. And the easiest way to overcome desire is love.
Yeah.
Like, if
And
you
put-
love
put
something,
some-
That's
you'll
deep shit.
overcome it.
And also putting someone else's emotions first.
Yeah.
before yours.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I realised that. That's when I realised. That's when I realised that I love my boyfriend, right? So shut up. Shut up.
Oh
My life.
God.
I said it very quietly.
Way. Sorry, I was just
No, do you know when I realised? He pissed me off. I was mad. That was mad. I was mad secretly. But I drove home and I stopped in the petrol station. I was standing there filling up my car with my miserable face. Because these times I'm still mad, innit? So I put petrol in the car, but I'm like, that thing. And this guy's walked past. Good looking guy, probably around my age, maybe 30, that thing. Good looking guy. So he's like, oh, why do you look so sad? I was like, nah, I'm just not in the mood, innit? He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. She thinks, he's like, oh, are you single? And I was like, and part of my brain went to say, that thing. And then I was like, and then I like singed it, and I was like, do you know what? I was like, I'm not single, I'm just angry. And the minute I said that, I realised.
Yeah, that
That's
you put
that.
someone else's emotions first. Before
Yeah.
Before you decide.
And
to
that's
be
the difference.
Selfish,
That's the
and you
difference.
think,
Because
oh,
I
you
could,
know what?
but that's where the
Yeah,
insecurity
yeah.
thing comes in. Because my
Yeah.
insecurity could have thought, oh, let me take a little bit of validation from this guy. Do you know what I mean? Let me give him my number, because then he'll send me
Just
nice
in
messages.
case, yeah.
And even if you never intend to meet up with that person, the minute you give them the number and you know that it's on that level because
It's-
that's what they're interested
You
in.
might as well cheat.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
might-
But that's where it goes. That's where it comes to for girls. A girl that's happy is not going to do it. But the girl that's just had an argument with her boyfriend might give out that number, and it might not be that she cheats.
Or
but
might call
that's
her
where
friend.
but that's where it becomes an emotional thing, because a girl doesn't get mad and just go and cheat. Like it's not an
It leads to
well,
cheating.
some do, but ultimately a lot of it is built from that. Oh, someone gives you a number and then you're chatting. Oh, it might just be casual because you're friends, but then the next time someone fucks up, that
Oh yeah,
guy's
yeah.
there
You
like,
like having bench players, don't you? Yeah.
oh, I don't.
Mm.
Nah.
And I think sometimes And this is something that I've even said to a partner and it offended them. I didn't mean to offend them. But sometimes, not cheating isn't always about putting someone else's emotions first. I, in some ways, have like a very selfish reason for being so against it. So, three-part reason. One,
Black men don't cheat.
yeah, here we go, straight up. Facts, start with the facts. Black men don't cheat. So, I'd be going against my genetic makeup to even try and cheat, you know?
Fair.
Like, you know, I'd have to recollaborate my DNA, all of that. It's just long. Second reason
Going to spasm.
is it's like the aftermath, you know? You're always going to think that it's happening to you as well. And third reason that a lot of people will never really expect me to say, it's never even been about any partner I've had. It's not been like, oh yeah, I should stay faithful to them because they're so special. I'm not saying my partners aren't special, I'm not saying my current girlfriend isn't special. It's just been about keeping my word to myself even more, you know? It's like, 'cause if I do this, I'm a person like, not in a lavish way, but I live a life of excess. I do everything over the top. I don't have a bowl of cereal, I have the whole box. You know? I don't have a glass of whiskey, I have the whole bottle. So I'm a once you pop, you can't stop person. I'm not saying it's a good thing. So if I was to cheat once, oh god damn, like I'm never having a relationship again, you know? Never have a relationship again. And
I think it does. Generally, women do cheat for emotional reasons,
And they
cheat
cheat
just
more.
for sex. But I think it can also be vice versa.
I think we're getting into a deeper generation now because there's a lot of hurt men and they're exhibiting more traits that women have. Like, I'm seeing a lot more men that don't even want to sleep with girls. They don't want to sleep with girls. They're moving back from girls. They're cautious with girls.
Yeah, women are vicious, you know?
Well, but it came from when all that, if I were
Some
a boy,
women.
what if
some
I
women.
acted like a guy? Think about all that
My
time,
girl
early
isn't vicious, to be
2000s,
fair.
when all that
She's
kind
the
of
kindest
music
person I
came
know.
out. Like, think about early 2000s, all that kind of music came out. There was a lot of music that was like, if I acted like a guy, if I did this, loads of songs. I could read
Just
off the
don't
whole
think
thing.
I'm not, because I'm that girl in mine. That
once-
song hurt a lot of
once
people.
that-
It hurt me and I didn't even understand
Exactly.
it. Like, yeah,
Once all that started coming out, girls started flipping their behaviour. But what they didn't realise is,
Like, ladies,
Girls-
leave your man at home.
Yeah, oh
the
gosh.
cupboard's full of ballers and their pockets full grown.
There you go.
Exactly, like, yeah, just cheat for
Exactly.
the money, because that's totally great, yeah.
Exactly, but when that generation started coming around, we ended up with a lot of damaged people because we ended up with people that think, like these girls, a lot of these girls that are trying to act like guys are forgetting that they're still girls.
Yeah.
So they're doing this sleeping around stuff until they meet someone that they like, but they're still doing the sleeping around. But now that guy don't want you. Because you're
he's
still
like, you know,
doing your sleeping
he's been
around.
sent videos of you sleeping
But all of a
around on
sudden
WhatsApp.
now you got feelings, but you don't want to admit that you got feelings because you said you weren't really in it for a relationship. But because you didn't outline it straight in the first place, because you made it out like that's what you were going to be. But in the meantime, you sucked a couple dicks with his friends, and now he don't really want you like that anyway. And now you're stuck in that situation. Carry yourself how you plan to carry yourself in the future.
But it
Don't
works
start
the other way
prete-
around as well, though.
But that's it. But don't start pretending you're like a guy. These
Yeah.
girls that want to pretend that they can act like a guy. Don't do it if you can't keep it up.
Well, I
Keep
don't
the
wanna
same
sound-
energy.
But to be fair, just so this isn't going in an anti-women way, it works the other way around. Because I saw a
for
funny
sure.
meme where it said, "Why do men feel like they can spend their best years hoeing around and then come back with their receding hairline and erectile dysfunction?" And then Michael Jordan jeans. I was like, I thought,
Michael Jordan jeans.
because of how they fit, I think they're saying like ankle swingers, like expecting rain. Like,
It's true though. It's true. That is
when I
true.
read that, I laughed. I thought cheeky, and then I thought, you know what?
So it does go both ways then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see guys doing it as much.
Yeah,
But
'cause
that
women
could
cheat
just be
more.
me. No, but I feel like women are getting left out of it as well. But this is the thing, like we need to, as much as I think, you know, men and women, equality, all of that shit,
Yeah.
we need to still accept that we are different. And actually, when it comes down to it, that meme that says girls will sleep with who they want and guys will sleep
Which
with who
I
they can,
disagree with.
but
Someone
guys will
really
marry
hurt
who
made
they
that
want.
meme.
But
I agree with
I
the
know
married
it's bullshit,
bit,
but the foundation of it makes sense. Like
Yeah.
when you actually look at sex and that,
Yeah.
it's not
It's so
hard.
much
It's
easier
not
for
hard
women.
for a girl
Yeah.
to have sex.
No, of course
It's
not.
easy.
Yeah.
But because it's so easy, that's what. Like, see when girls are like, oh, Why is it if a guy sleeps with loads of girls, he's the man, but if a girl sleeps with loads of guys,
So you know
he's
how
like,
difficult it is?
Because it's easy.
You know how difficult it is,
If
man?
a girl wants to go out and sleep with loads of guys,
You just
all
stand there
she,
and be
has
like,
to do,
right.
all she has to do is say,
You got more of a chance to win a
Anyone?
gold medal for fucking England.
but guys have to
definitely.
work for it.
And sometimes, not in a horrible way,
Even
but sometimes
good-looking
ones that
guys.
aren't quote unquote worth it make you work harder for it. Because it's a weird psychological thing. It's like if I act like I'm worth it, this is going to
Well,
make me
well,
more
for-
attractive.